Hey guys, today we're going to explain episode 11 to 14 of Buried Hearts. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, you can find the link in the description. At the beginning of the episode 11, we see Hui Cheol talking to Sian, telling him that he wants to divorce Eunnam. Jang Sian says he can't do that, but Hui Cheol apologizes, saying he has made up his mind. Jang Sian replies that if he's really sorry, he should bring Eunnam to him. But Hui Cheol says that's not possible anymore. He then starts talking about his past, explaining that when he was in school, he sought help from Jang Sian and eliminated Dong-joo from a game so he could win. However, he regrets not playing fairly and feels he should have been honest. Meanwhile, Bo Yun overhears their conversation. Jang Sian picks up a stick and is about to hit Hui Cheol, but Bo Yun intervenes. Despite her efforts, Jang Sian hits Hui Cheol with the stick. The scene then shifts to the ending of episode 10, where Dong-joo and Eunnam are sitting in a car. Dong-joo asks Eunnam what she is doing there, and Eunnam explains that she has returned to give Hui Cheol a divorce. She shows Dong-joo a photo of her father holding a child, saying she recognizes her father but not the child. She asks Dong-joo if he knows who the child is and where he got the photo from. Dong-joo admits he doesn't know and that he was investigating Jang Sian and Do's past when he found the photo by chance. Eunnam sends the photo to her phone, looks at it later, and speculates that the woman standing next to her father must be child's mother. Then she receives a call saying the chairman wants to see her, so she leaves. Meanwhile, Dong-joo is reminiscing about Eunnam, recalling how she showed him photos of Do and Jang Sian in the past, admitting she had sent them to him and blackmailed them. Dong-joo asks why she did such a risky thing, but Eunnam says she had no other choice and just wanted to protect him and be with him. Later, Eunnam meets the chairman along with her parents. Diak, he tells her that Do came to visit and wants her to return. He doesn't want a divorce and wishes for them to be happy together. But Eunnam says her marriage was just a business arrangement and she doesn't want it anymore. Do asks about the shares she received during their marriage. Eunnam says she doesn't want them and will return all the shares to the office. Meanwhile, Jae Kyung is in the kitchen talking to Gong, saying she's making food for Dong-joo. She muses to herself that it seems like Dong-joo might be someone's hidden son. Gong overhears and warns her that if she makes such comments again, she will be fired. Dong-joo meets Gong, who tells him she discovered something about Song Hyen and shows him some photos. Dong-joo asks her if the chairman remembers who Song Hyen is, but Gong denies knowing anything about it. She remembers past events where Dong-joo, also known as Song Hyen, was wearing a badge from Daesan Group. Gong asks Dong-joo to promise not to tell anyone that he is Song Hyen, and he reluctantly agrees. She gives him a book that Sun Ho-dong, just father, had left for him as a gift before his death. Dong-joo is puzzled by why he left it for him. Dong-joo tells Gong that she doesn't want to escalate this matter for Eunnam's sake, because both of them could be siblings from his father's side. Dong-joo sits in his car and opens the book, finding a photo of someone. Underneath the photo, Sun Ho had written a note saying, "I will bring you whatever book you want. We will meet again soon." Overwhelmed with emotion, Dong-joo tears the photo apart and starts crying. Eunnam arrives and tells him that she knew she would find him there. She explains that she told the chairman she wanted a divorce and starts talking about the child, saying she now knows who the child in the photo is. Eunnam recalls seeing Sun Ho, her father, putting a badge on Dong-joo and watching them from a distance. She reveals that the child died in a car accident involving her father, the child, and his mother. They all died, and she believes Do is behind the accident. Dong-joo later receives a call from the chairman asking him to come inside for dinner. He recalls Eunnam telling him about Do's involvement in the accident. He stays silent during dinner and leaves. Meanwhile, Jang Sian talks to Dong-joo about his past, recalling how he crossed the road when he was lost as a child. Dong-joo recalls similar memories and approaches a shop where he meets Eugene. Dong-joo tells Eugene he is hungry and they go inside to eat. During their conversation, Eugene asks for his name, and Dong-joo replies that it's Song-hyeon. But Eugene insists that his name is Dong-joo because her mother once told her that if she ever had a brother, his name would be Dong-joo. Dong-joo hints that his mother is right in front of him, referring to Eugene. Jang Se-in later explains to Dong-joo that Eugene was scared and thought her mother had died. Meanwhile, Eugene was dealing with her own struggles, but Dong-joo appeared as a savior. Dong-joo searches for articles related to the car accident but finds nothing. Il-do is trying to keep everything hidden, but Dong-joo insists they need to find out the truth. In episode 12 of Buried Hearts, the narrative delves deeper into the complex web of relationships and hidden truths among the characters. The episode opens with a flashback to the tragic car accident that claimed the lives of Yeo Sun-ho and Chu Jae-won. Hyo Il-do survives the crash, emerging injured but alive. During a hypnosis session with Kang I-hyun, Seo Dong-joo recalls the accident in vivid detail, identifying Il-do as the driver responsible for running them off the road. This revelation unsettles Kang Song, who inadvertently views the recorded session and grapples with the implications. Confronting Il-do, Dong-joo presents a newspaper article about the accident and reveals his true identity as Chu Song-hyeon, the child presumed dead in the crash. He accuses Il-do of orchestrating the accident and demands that he, along with Cha Deok-hui and Hyo Tae-yoon, leave Daesan. Il-do, shaken by the confrontation, recalls past memories of gifting Jae-won a flower-adorned hair tie, a keepsake that later appeared in Song-hyeon's possession. Seeking to eliminate threats, Il-do contacts Jang Se-in to procure a firearm. Meanwhile, Dong-joo, determined to protect Yeo Eunnam from painful truths, provides her with a newspaper article suggesting Il-do's innocence in her father's death. Concurrently, Won-bae investigates the elusive Dandelion files, leading to a tip about their possible location in one of Jang Se-in's buildings. Eunnam, striving to mend her relationship with her mother Deok-hui, shares the photograph Dong-joo gave her. The image evokes a strong reaction from Deok-hui, prompting Eunnam to seek clarity from Kang Song. He elucidates that Sun-ho and Jae-won were merely friends, and that Song-hyeon was not Sun-ho's child, dispelling Eunnam's misconceptions. Il-do confides in Jang Se-in about Dong-joo's true identity and the threats he's made. They conspire to silence Dong-joo, contemplating framing his death as a suicide stemming from the revelation of his and Eunnam's supposed sibling relationship. Jang Se-in, however, advises caution until Ji Young-soo secures her position within Daesan. Dong-joo and Won-bae, guided by Yang-chun, search for the Dandelion files in the administrator's building but find empty safes. A subsequent clue, a map hidden in a book, leads them to the buried files, which they entrust to Myung Tae-jiam for decryption. The episode also features the wedding of Chairman Cha Gang-cheon and Ji Young-soo. Despite a momentary lapse in the chairman's memory, Jang Se-in manipulates the situation to ensure the ceremony proceeds. Post-wedding, Secretary Gong informs Deok-hui that Song-hyeon is alive, adding another layer of intrigue. The climax unfolds as Il-do arranges a meeting with Dong-joo under the pretense of discussing their issues. Armed and prepared, Il-do shoots Dong-joo. In a twist, Jang Se-in informs Il-do that Dong-joo is in fact his biological son. Despite his injuries, Dong-joo confronts Il-do, challenging him to continue his actions, leaving viewers in suspense. This episode intricately weaves themes of betrayal, identity, and the quest for truth, setting the stage for further revelations and conflicts in the unfolding narrative of Buried Hearts.